Bruce Dern may be a big winner. The creator of Calvin and Hobbes won't come out and play, and it's time to dance in Halifax. Are this week's movies worth your time and money? Let's find out.
So you told the sheriff that you were walking to Nebraska?
That's right. To get my $1 million.
You know, Alexander Payne has been the director behind two of the best grown-up movies of the past decade, about Schmidt and the Descendants. And he hits that grown-up bullseye once again with Nebraska. This guy really knows what he's doing.
I never knew the son of a bitch even wanted to be a millionaire. You should have thought about that years ago and worked for it.
Bruce Dern plays an old, booze-addled fella who's convinced he has won $1 million in a sweepstakes. His son, played by Will Forte from Saturday Night Live, knows it's just a scam, but he finally agrees to drive his dad all the way from Montana to Nebraska to claim his prize. Dern deserves all the awards he's winning for the role, but don't overlook Forte, whose character is courageously trying to use all that driving time to try and figure out his complicated dad. When it comes to grown-up movies, Nebraska is a state of grown-up movie bliss. Hey, here's a trivia question for you. What distinction does Bruce Dern hold with John Wayne? I'll tell you at the end of the show.
The guy's making it harder for the rest of us because he's setting this ridiculous standard of excellence that hadn't been seen since the Pogo years in drawing.
Are you like me? Do you miss the comic strip Calvin and Hobbes? It's hard to believe, but cartoonist Bill Watterson only drew that strip for 10 years, and it's been nearly 20 years since he stopped doing it. A new documentary called Dear Mr. Watterson explores the strip's enduring popularity and tries to explain why Watterson never, ever allowed his characters to be licensed for toys or product endorsements. In other words, if you want a Calvin and Hobbes lunchbox, well, you have to make your own.
So, you wrote to her,
And she wrote back. So we kept it going. Oh, it's all notes.
If you somehow managed to miss the amazing British TV series Last Tango in Halifax on PBS, well, your procrastination is about to pay off. The entire first season is now out on DVD, and now you can binge watch a truly great show about late life love. Anne Reid and Derek Jacobi, two of Britain's most gifted actors, play a couple who've not seen each other in 50 years, but who reunite thanks to Facebook. The story of their reunion, their growing romance, and the stories of their many friends' sometimes complicated relationships make Last Tango in Halifax a landmark in TV. For once, Romance After 50 isn't played for laughs, it's played for keeps.
I know I've got problems. I know I drink too much. I know I'm selfish sometimes. But I've always tried. I did the best I could.
That's not true.
Legendary director Peter Bogdanovich plays a troubled patriarch in Cold Turkey, an interesting little movie that's coming out both in theaters and on video on demand. It's a Thanksgiving story about a family that comes together during the holidays and finds itself chewing over a lot more than drumsticks. Cheryl Hines plays the mom, and Alicia Witt plays an estranged daughter. Cold Turkey is the kind of family movie that makes your family problems seem as pale as a plate of mashed potatoes. Those are the movies for this week. Thanks for those likes and shares, and keep the comments coming. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the Movies For Grownups channel. Do it! And remember, you can find our full movie reviews at aarp.org/movies and on my blog. Oh, and what happened with Bruce Dern and John Wayne? Well, in John Wayne's long career, Dern is the only actor who actually got to kill the Duke in one of his last movies, The Cowboys. And that's the God-honest truth. Pilgrim. Hey, the show never ends on the Movies For Grownups channel. Add your review in the comments section below. Then subscribe, like, and check back next week for more Movies For Grownups.